You ready, Dan?
I'm ready. Absolutely.
All right.
I'm always ready.
Welcome back to another episode of Brickmania TV. All right, today on Brickmania TV, we have the IS-3.
That's right, IS-3. So IS is that's the Russian initials for Joseph Stalin.
They are terrible at spelling.
Yeah. So the guys who created the yeah, right. They has terrible English.
Yes.
So the guys who created the KV-1 tank kind of fell out of favor by Joseph Stalin during World War II, and they didn't. The IS or the KV tanks weren't all that successful, by comparison to the T-34. So we ended up, as a brilliant move of personal self-preservation, they renamed the tank the Joseph Stalin tank.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So what we have here is basic. This is the IS-3.
Yeah.
This would be the final version of the Joseph Stalin tank that appeared during World War II.
Right at the end, correct?
Yeah, it was right at the end. So we know of the KV-1, the KV-2, the big famous, the huge turreted artillery piece.
Yeah.
This is basically a couple generations later. They were like the KVs didn't have a big enough gun.
Yep.
The armor wasn't set up right. So they came up with the idea of making bigger, better tanks, and this is one of them. So this is the third generation. So the IS-1 was kind of a failure. It wasn't that much better than the T-34 at the time. So they're like, well, let's put a bigger gun. They ended up with the IS-2 with this gigantic 122 millimeter cannon. Basically, it could easily take out a Tiger or any of the Panthers, any of the heavy, scary, big German tanks.
Yeah.
And the main development, they just kept on developing this thing. They came up with a better turret design, same gun, but better turret, lower
it's an
silhouette.
interesting turret design for its time.
Right, if you look at it, it looks like a frying pan. So they call it the frying pan turret. They kind of the same sort of design that all the Russian tanks followed ever since. So this gigantic gun, super round turret, low profile. The main thing, they call this the Pike, and it gets that name because it has this pointed glacis, this frontal armor.
Was that what they called it or what we called it?
Well, the Pike, I think that was the it was the IS-3 was the official name. But I think the NATO allies called it the Pike, and because it looks like the fish.
Sure.
So it has this pointed nose, and that actually gives way better armor protection. The IS-2 had a sloped armor. This actually makes like a plow shape.
Right.
And it further deflect shells. When they got smarter as they've developed these things, put all the armor in the front of the tank, very little armor in the back, because you always want to be facing the enemy, not running away from them.
Right. Cool. So that's the history of the kit, or of the actual tank.
Yeah, that's right.
Now about the kit.
So, well, the history of the kit, it started about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Oh, okay, yeah. History of the kit. Gosh.
Yeah, no, prototype design. So there's some cool things about the kit. So features?
Yes, the features.
Let's go over some features.
Go over the history of the features.
So of course you got this massive turret. You could fit 2 guys in the turret. So what we've done is we've given you 2 guys.
Yes.
They can't actually ride in there with the hatch closed. So you gotta pretend. You get this crazy Dushka, the DSHK 50 caliber machine gun. These are handmade by Will, so this is.
Check out the ammo can on this thing. Oh, geez, you broke it.
Take you anywhere. I just turned the whole tank around.
Hey, that makes a lot of sense. With removable gun. Cool.
Yeah. So it's a multi-piece brick arms. These are all handmade.
Yep.
These aren't production yet. I say yet because I'm hoping they will be production at some point. And why don't you show off this guy? So we actually. Okay. Here.
Sweet.
You talk about this cool Russian tanker.
It's a pretty basic. Sorry, you're trying to track it on the camera here. I'll just set it down. It's a pretty basic. It's just like a one-piece, just jumpsuit. Just mechanics would wear it,
Yeah, but the tankers wore them.
The tankers wore them because I imagine they're very utilitarian and they work well.
Well, I think it coveralls.
Yeah, it covers everything. Yeah, sorry, coveralls, not jumpsuit. And so they have their standard uniform underneath. As you can see it peeking through the collar right there, and just big heavy-duty belt buckle and boots on there. These
coveralls, they came in different colors, didn't they?
Yeah. So the actual real-life one was a very, very, very dark blue.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just deciding between, do I do we print it on the navy Lego or do we print it on black? I think it's a bit closer to black, so I went with that.
Sure.
But then they did have like desert variants. They had, you see a bunch of different. It's coveralls,
Let's get this hatch closed so we can
Yeah.
take this guy off. We'll close this hatch.
So yeah, maybe someday we'll release this guy in different colors or stuff like that.
Good. You fix this.
Oh, you broke it. You broke it too.
Oops.
Oh my gosh.
That pesky antenna. There you go. We close the hatch. The antenna.
Reattached.
So that hatch closed. You can see the profile, real low profile. The cool feature about this one is I actually did the engine compartment,
Ooh.
which I haven't been doing lately just to save everybody some money. But
It's cool.
yeah, it's got this.
Sometimes it's just-
it actually has working suspension too. So when you drive
Nice.
over.
Fallen comrade.
No, you wouldn't drive over a fallen
Wouldn't
comrade.
go-
You'd drive maybe a German. Definitely not a fallen comrade.
No, I was watching Band of Brothers last night, and they definitely drove over some of their comrades.
Oh, they weren't really brothers then.
I guess not.
Were they Germans or Russians?
It's Germans.
I didn't think there was
They
Russians.
don't have comrades in Germany.
No, only when they're giving up. Comrade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited for this tank.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is going to be the first of our Goddard Dämmerung month theme kits.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce that.
Gotterdammerung. Dämmerung. It means Twilight of the Gods. It's German, and basically, it's when the gods turn their back on Germany.
Sure.
It's
a turning point in the war.
It's a classic. It comes out of old German mythology and
Sure.
some of these Wagner operas and things like that. So it's basically what happened to Germany at the end of World War II.
Right.
There was a very fatalistic Adolf Hitler, being sort of theatrical kind of guy he was, basically suicided the country.
Right.
And this is the theme that we're doing this month is all the stuff that's at the end of the war and the doom of Germany. This tank actually didn't make it into that part of the war.
Right.
It was still in development. Did make it towards when the Soviet Union finally invaded Manchuria,
Right.
attacked Japan. They had these in the east.
Cool. So that is this month's hashtag.
Right. Goddard-Dämmerung bricks. Yeah, we'll spell it out for you.
Goddard Dämmerung bricks.
Yeah. It'll be in the description.
So be sure to share that around these social media websites. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I sound like a freaking old person whenever I say that.
The social media, no, just share.
Share it.
Hashtag. Yeah. It's
Share it on
been a long
Facebook,
week already,
Flickr,
and it's only
Twitter,
Tuesday.
stuff like that. Flickr? Does Flickr work? Is that
No,
still?
you can share on Flickr. Yeah,
Share on
there's
Flickr.
lots of dudes on Flickr.
Yeah, there's
and ladies too. I should say that.
Are there a lot of ladies on Flickr?
Yes. We have people that follow us on Flickr that are female.
Cool.
Yeah. It's not Lego is not just a dude only sport.
Dude only sport. It is not dude only, nor is it a sport. So.
Yeah. See, we're smashing myths.
All right, I'm gonna end this episode. All right, Dan. Any objections?
No, this has been a fantastic episode.
Cool.
Don't be such a downer.
Thank you very much for watching another fantastic episode of Brickmania
An
TV.
extra fantastic episode.
Engine compartment.
Gosh. Open it this way. That's not a handle.
It's not. Well, why? It's not a handle. See that? See. Don't put that there because it's a handle.
It's a trap for you. I knew you were going to grab it. Right. You can see the bottom. You can see
Whoa!
how,
It totally balances.
Does it?
It does.
No.
Do it. Do it.
Oh. No.
There's dead Russians everywhere.